So when I played full-time professional golf, I used like next to no training aids. I just kind of practiced with intention, with purpose, and DIY'd a lot of my training aids. Since I've transitioned to full-time YouTube and I don't really play golf anymore, I love a good training aid. If you've been following the channel for some time now, you will kind of recognize this indoor studio. 7 months ago, Kelly and I sold the house and we live in an apartment. So for 7 months, I basically did no practice. I only practiced maybe once every other week. Whereas now, we've got a studio. I'm still kind of working on it. I'm still finishing it, but we're ready to be practicing a lot. We've been in the house for almost a month now. I've been practicing a little bit more indoors, and I've been practicing I haven't been practicing more outdoors, about the same, once every other week, maybe once a week. But I found a training aid that I've been using for about the last 6 weeks in my practice sessions that is chef's kiss. It's so freaking cool. Yes, I have a drawer full of training aids, a drawer full of golf goods in the new setup. But right here, boom, this is the Control golf swing sleeve. Yeah, so like I said, I've been using it for probably about 6 weeks now, and I found a lot of good and a lot of value out of this freaking thing. It's a sleeve you put on your lead arm with 2 sensors that basically, it's like VR, AI, all the tech. These sensors are picking up everything your lead arm is doing when you make a golf swing. Let me get one thing out in the open first of all. This is for someone that practices, that enjoys to practice, that wants to get a lot out of their game. This isn't a training aid that you can just pop on, you know, and just use for 5-10 minutes here and there. You need to dedicate some time, some attention, and some effort into this, because there's parts of it that are a little tedious and time consuming, but if you're willing to put in that effort, that time, suffer through the tediousness of it, man, you are going to get so much out of this thing. Like, I'm loving it. I'm loving the work I get to do with it indoors. And outdoors, I've only used it a few times, but I can't wait to use it more because I know exactly how good this is going to be to ingrain the proper rhythm, the proper feel, the proper muscle memory on those cheeky little wedge shots, those knockdown shots, and most importantly, kind of the tee-ball. I think with driver, this thing is going to be really, really impressive. Let's go to the golf course and we'll talk about it there. So here's how this bad boy works. You put the sleeve on, glove, no glove, it's up to you. And then you pop these sensors on, bing, bing. Then we're gonna pair with the app. In the garage, I was talking about baselines, baseline this, baseline that. What is a baseline? Well, you're going to create a baseline golf shot, whatever that shot is. If it's just your stock fade, your stock draw, 3/4 this, punch that, drive, whatever it is, slow speed, off speed, you can kind of create as many baselines as you want. First time I did it, I kind of forgot. I just was like, oh, I'm gonna make a swing here. How is this going to, then I remembered, oh yeah, you create that baseline. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna nitpick and you're gonna find 10 perfect shots that it's going to read what happens when you say, yes, that is exactly what I wanted. And then it's gonna basically take all that information and create your baseline, what that shot is. I've already baselined a 3/4 sand wedge. So I'm gonna show you here at the range, just kind of what that 3/4 sand wedge feels like, how I'm gonna judge it. So here we go, we've got my baseline. I'm gonna go with 3/4, start training, calibrate. You just put your arm in a 90-degree angle. Let's go. So this first sand wedge, based on my baseline, it's giving me a reading of my tempo. My tempo was spot on. Downswing, backswing, overall tempo, everything was exactly what I wanted. And there you go, all in the gold. This one got a little steep, rushed it, a little high, a little heavy, and no surprise, the downswing was a little too fast, so it's telling me slow down your downswing, smooth it out, and you'll get those gold readings. So this entire practice session was pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of gold readings, a lot of great tempo, a lot of great backswing, downswing, everything that I created in my baseline session in the garage I'm doing to hit this kind of like 110, 112 yards sand wedge. It was really encouraging. This next one is a bit where I could have some issue with control. I caught this thing so thin, it was crap, but all the sequencing numbers were great. Take for that what it's worth. It's why I don't pay as much stock into what it's saying about face angle and path. But this thing, when it comes to tempo, sequencing, rhythm, it's freaking amazing. And I understand it's December, it's winter for a lot of golfers right now. So what is this thing like for indoor practice? Indoors, I wouldn't be too concerned with ball flight, because obviously if you have a launch monitor, you can kind of reference the ball flight there. And I did notice the face angle stuff that Control said relative to the flight that FlightScope Mevo was a little off, so I wouldn't pay too much attention to that stuff. I did that with a good wedge session. Like if you're in the winter and all you have is indoor practice, for rhythm, for sequencing, for feel, this thing is gonna be amazing, because you're not really paying attention to ball flight, you're paying attention to the sequencing numbers, the tempo numbers. I think this is an awesome thing for anybody's winter practice. So there you have it. Like, this thing, it's impressive. It's got a pretty steep price tag. I understand that, because I mean, it's legit tech. This is like VR tech that isn't for the faint of heart. Control wants to hook you up with $50 off, so just use the code TeamAJ if you want to invest in this. You're gonna save 50 bucks. I've said it a couple times, this is for someone that's practicing, that's investing time into their practice. If you're already a practicer, this I think is an amazing tool for you. If you're just like a novice and you've got the cash to spend on it, by all means dive into it. The Control swing sleeve, I am a big fan. Thank you so much to Control for hooking me up, sponsoring this video, but giving me the free reign to learn what I needed to learn and pick out the good, the bad, and hopefully help you make a good decision about this. Rhythm, sequencing, Control, they got it figured out.